Hello everyone, I am back today for another video, and I got something interesting planned. The FNAF timeline, I have it solved. You might be wondering with how big and complicated it is. Well, it's the FNAF timeline, but not the one we have now. It's the original, the first 3 games, the timeline Scott Cawthon wanted to end when at FNAF 3. And just a little bonus, I'm also going to explain the original story from when it's just meant to be FNAF 1. It's just meant to be Five Nights at Freddy's. And some plot holes, that big section at the bottom, that's extras. So that's just extra things that might be a bit confusing but have some answers to it. So let's begin. It's 1987 or 85, whichever you want to go with. And we have FNAF 2. FNAF 2 happens, and a golden suit is used to kill the 5 missing kids. And the kids possess the withered animatronics. Which is why Phone Guy on night 6, I think, I don't remember. Basically, when Phone Guy in FNAF 2 says a suit was used, a golden one or a yellow one, and none of them are acting right. The toys is because, the facial scanning. They were able to scan the intruder, or the criminal, whatever you want to call Purple Guy, and the withers because they're possessed. And of course, the Bivay 7 happens, which is like Jeremy. Why do I say Jeremy? Well, first off, the animatronics don't really move during the night, so I don't think it would have been any of the wizards that caused the bite. And Mangle can climb on the walls. And Jeremy, because, Fungi says to stay close to the animatronics. So, Faye Blind, she go on a stage, and let's say my bed is a stage, this, to be honest, this seems like an average height for a stage. Now let's just say this is the stage. Fred, Toy Faye, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica will be here, and they won't really be able to bend down by from Loba or whoever, and even if they tried to, they would just fall. So there's no way that would have happened. So the only other option would have been Mangle, because, climbing on the walls make it a lot easier to, bite. And you gotta think, stay close to the animatronics, so you'll be close to, each of them to make sure that the kids don't get too close, and stay close to Mangle to maybe make sure that none of the kids get injured when playing with her. And so maybe somehow one of the kids activate a night mode or something, and that's what caused Mangle to bite Jeremy's head. Either way, the Bivay 7 happens, and the place is closed down with the robots being scrapped, but the wizards moving on, getting fixed, which is in FNAF 1. Which now go after the guard thinking it was the murderer. Sorry about any background noise. And real quick, the doors thing in night 1, from guy saying, you might notice there are no doors. That's not because of a previous location or something. That's just Scott telling us that, we have no doors and such, and that we can use our light. And frame mask. The frame mask will be standard policy, but using light only, that's just, and saying there's no doors, that's just Scott being Scott telling, since it was the beginning of FNAF, there's nothing to mean there. Scott was just telling us, the player, that there is no doors. So, that's not important to the timeline. Just want to clear that up early. Mainly because I might not have written it down. Anyways, it might be hard to see. Again, I don't have control of my light. But it says the Riverdale trunks get fixed and now go after the garden here is a murder. Then we can go to the main games in FNAF 3. Basically, that happens in FNAF 1. The animatronics get dismantled, and Purple Guy dies in the Springlock suit. Now it's FNAF 3. Springtrap awakens and tries to kill the Night Guard, still being a immortal killer and such. Phantoms of some of the original animatronics scare the guard and allow Springtrap to get closer. So, now for the Night Guard in FNAF 3. Well, just for some answers there, again because I might not have written it down, probably not. So, the reason why there's FNAF 1 Chica, the reason why there's FNAF 1 Chica, but there's like Rivered Freddy, Balloon Boy, Mangle, Rivered Foxy, and Puppet, is because, well, let's just make it easier. Night Guard of FNAF 3 was once a kid that came to phase in 1987. And mainly saw Mangle and Balloon Boy and Puppet because, well, being a kid and all. Then with Foxy and with Freddy as the Night Guard during the second game or something, or somehow accidentally sing with Freddy and with Foxy. And then Chica because that same person became the Night Guard in FNAF 1. That may not be true, but that's just to maybe make things easier just in case. Or maybe like the guard of FNAF 2 became the Day Guard again. Like, yes, I said Jeremy got bit and all, but I still have no idea. Maybe that's why he came back. And FNAF 2 is like, he just wanted the paycheck because of the money and everything. FNAF 1, he came back because since from a little bit and no fear or anything, he wouldn't mind going back for multiple nights or days. And then FNAF 3, he comes back because, despite the Phantoms later on, because, well, he ain't scared. So, anyways, then we have the two endings. Basically, when the mask of the originals are lit up and have the light inside, and when they're not lit up. So, here we go. Good. Bad ending. The bad ending happens when Fazbear Fright, he doesn't burn down, and Springtrap is still alive. So the souls aren't free. And then the good ending is when the play is basically when Fazbear Fright burns down, causing Springtrap to die and allows the souls to finally be free. And just to answer about like that secret image in the newspaper about Springtrap's face being shown in the picture, let's just have it be like this. So let's say I'm a news person, a photographer for the newspaper, here to get good shot images for the burnt down, for the recently burnt down horror, meant to be soon open horror attraction. If I was getting pictures for a newspaper as my job, I would want some pretty good shots too. So let's just say I come across the horror attraction animatronic that was meant to be the thing that scared the kids. I would have most likely probably bent down and gotten a picture of the face of the character. So there's the answer for that. It was what the photographer decided to do, just for the newspaper. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the entire timeline. FNAF 2, 1, 3, done. The only reason why FNAF 4 exists is because, well, people didn't like the screenshot jump scare just, like, showing up in your face. Here, and next is the extras. February's Family Diner is open and February and Spring Bonnie are born. The Springlock suit whose use end up being dangerous and has continued. Basically, that suit in Night 4 sister location, that could have been one of the Springlock suits. And the Springlock suit in her Silver Eyes novel. That could have also been one of the many Springlock suits that were made yet discontinued. So that's just to like make things. That's just a little quick things make sense. Like, sister location doesn't exist and wasn't meant to exist. It's just the suit that was in it is a Springlock suit. So because maybe may say it's from her old pizzeria, but that could have been one of the suits discontinued. So, anyways, Fredbear becomes Golden Freddy, and Spring Bonnie is moved, basically for Purple Guy to use a Bonnie character. Spring Bonnie gets used to kill the 5 missing kids. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy were first used to perform in 1973. Now, that day may seem odd, but since FNAF 1 was meant to take place in like 1993 or something like that, Phone Guy saying that has been just to quote again, I quote, if I was forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd be a bit irritable at night too. 20 years. If FNAF 1 was going to take place in 1993, that means that 20 years ago, it was 1973. So that would mean that Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy were around for a few decades. For a couple of decades. So, Purple Guy is purple because the kids probably saw his purple shirt. I'm saying purple shirt because I've never once seen purple pants. I've seen purple shirts, but never purple pants, so. Anyways, and imagine the guy being purple, which is also why we see Purple Guy as purple in FNAF 3. In many games, we play as animatronics, which are possessed by the kids. And then for the other situation, poor showering. What do you think? It ain't no wrong, cause it's just poor showering. If it is Michael after through the first 3 games, maybe that's why. It's because he probably got caught up in ending his father's torment that he forgot to shower, or quite a few times or something. I don't know. Anyways, then let's do the timeline when it's just meant to be one game. So, it's all just in FNAF 1. 1987, there was a bite done by Golden Freddy, which is why like in the custom night of FNAF 1, you put a Freddy, you put in 1987 on the animatronics difficulty, and you get Golden Freddy jump scares because Golden Freddy caused the bite of 1987. And well, the animatronics think 5 kids were murdered in the place as well. The kids possessing the animatronics think you're the killer, but since you leave and don't really dismantle them or anything, that's it. That's pretty much the original story. So I hope this makes things a whole lot easier. And just a quick thing, since I don't plan on doing this sort of thing for a long while if I do decide to do some FNAF lore in my own way. For the FNAF 4 chest, well, the reason why there was a secret old unused image where it was unlocked and stuff, and that we were able to unlock it in the original thing, in the original game, that was meant to be because FNAF, the entire timeline was there. FNAF 4, 2, 1, 3. It was all there. We had all the pieces we had all the pieces. We just had to put them together in the right order with some events, and that would have been it. That would have been the end of it all. That would have been the complete timeline. But then Scott made FNAF World and sister location to follow. And so, because of that, being more lore, the chest was closed, because what's in the chest is a complete FNAF timeline. Back then, it's we create more of the actual official lore that Scott does have planned. We get a key. Fully complete the timeline that we made, we get both keys. We unlock the chest, we open it up, and find the actual lore, which is the correct lore. But since FNAF World and FNAF Sister Location exist and were made, the chest has forever been locked, since it's from there that all the other games came from. Pizza Sim, VR, AR, Security Breach, and now doing DLC. So, just a little bit of basically, the timeline from the simpler times of FNAF, what Scott wanted to do. That's all this video is. And as a final message, wait until the 14th, or 15th if you want, cause there, I will be uploading a special video that some people might want to see. I say some people because it could be previous viewers, it could be new viewers, or whatever you want to do. Anyways, goodbye for now. See you on the 14th.